There's a new street fighter on your windowsill. The weapon is peace, the word is chill.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about the nerdy news that you need to know about. It's the only news that matters. It's good news, and it's coming up right now. First off, we have McFarlane DC joining the Christmas spirit by showing us images of their Frost King Build-A-Figure wave. This is based off of a DC story called Endless Winter. That was it. I kept wanting to say Careless Whisper. It's like, is this a crossover based off of the Wham hit from 1986? Maybe. I mean, Disney can be quite wacky sometimes, but now whenever I see that Frost King, I'm like, should've known better than to cheat a friend. The wasted chance that I've been given. A little bit of Careless Whisper there for you. So yeah, he looks cool. I mean, Marvel, what am I saying? I was trying desperately not to say Marvel Legends, and somehow my brain went, yeah, you're talking about Marvel Legends, Dave, in this DC Frost King wave. Schmuck. McFarlane, gosh, if you have two toy companies, both starting with M, both based on the biggest two brands, of course I'm going to struggle. McFarlane Toys are getting better and better with their Build-A-Figures. And this Frost King, he looks big, imposing, mean, and menacing. Very, very cool. Plus, the rest of the wave, it's like your standard DC heavy hitters, but that's kind of their MO. McFarlane don't seem to go too unusual with their characters yet. They like to keep to just different versions of the core, and then like one or two unusual ones. Hopefully 2022 is going to see them branch out into further wider characters in the DC universe. If they do that, I think they're going to make a lot of people very happy. In the meantime, though, this Frost King wave looks pretty cool. NECA have been giving us sneak peeks all through December, really. We've been getting wall charts and previews and all sorts of fun stuff, and they're not slowing down now. They've shown us 4 new little tidbits to get excited about. First of all, we have one from Gargoyles. So for Gargoyles, they've shown us packaging teasers of Bronx, who's the cool little gargoyle dog type guy. So you can see sort of how he's kind of going to look, how he's going to be packaged. That looks kind of cool. Then we get a little sneaky preview of Back to the Future. We're getting a Back to the Future accessory pack, and they're doing great with these figures. Although personally, I'm not a big fan of the Uncanny Valley kind of look. They're too good to the point of being a bit creepy. But what's not creepy is Einstein. We're getting Einstein in the accessory pack, and he's such a good boy. First dog to travel through time. So yeah, he deserves to be recognized. We also got a teaser for the Mummy accessory set as well. And this looks kind of cool. They've put so much effort into their Universal monsters. Hopefully that will be reflected in the quality of the accessory set as well. If they get a really cool looking sarcophagus and all the great sort of accoutrements that come with the Mummy lifestyle, that's going to really set off the rest of the figures, make them look super awesome. And then the big one for next year, which is great to give us a whole year of hype. Krampus is coming. And look, this is the figure, you know it's going to be cool because the Krampus design is badass. And I've got a real sort of, not even a love-hate thing with that film. It's an ambivalence with that film that kind of upsets me because I wanted it to be so much better. Because I think the Krampus movie, it's all build-up. It's 90 minutes of build-up, and then like you get like 5 minutes at the end, and then it's like, what? No, you were trying to do too much of a slow burn, and instead it was just slow. And that's such a shame because I loved the cast. It had Champ Kind from Anchorman, Todd Packer, come on. Then, of course, I forget his name all the time, I can never remember it, but the dude from Parks and Recs who's so likable. Tia Leone, was she in it as well? Like a really good cast, but I was just watching it going, get to the point, come on! And also the cast were just too unlikable as well. I know you wanted to make them sort of unpleasant people who maybe you would eventually start rooting for, but instead they were just a bunch of irredeemable a-holes. So that was a real shame. I wanted to like Krampus more than I did because it had so much more going for it with great practical effects and special effects and all kinds of cool stuff. The whole was less than the sum of its parts is what I'm saying. But one of those parts was an awesome Krampus design. So if NECA could recreate that, which I'm sure they can do, then Christmas is going to be pretty terrifying next year. Speaking of terrifying, Mezco are doing Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. Talk about a match made in heaven. November 2022 is when you're going to be able to get your hands on this guy for about $100. And yeah, I'm a Silent Hill guy. I mean, my goodness, I love the aesthetic. I love the creepiness. Speaking of previous movies that disappointed, yeah, Silent Hill, let's not talk about those. But the actual games are so great, so iconic, and Pyramid Head became like the unintentional Mickey Mouse of Silent Hill. It's the iconic bad guy character that we're all so familiar with, and it's Mezco. Come on, you know the quality is going to be there. He's going to look terrific. He looks big and terrifying and imposing. I'm so excited to see how this kind of evolves throughout the year. I want to see some in-hand footage. I want to see some people playing around with it. Don't think I'll get him myself because I don't need to branch off into video game type characters and displays as well. Limited shelf space here. But still, Pyramid Head from Mezco? Yeah, that looks terrific. So I can't help but feel that this year the movie Eternals never really became the thing that people were hoping it was going to become. And it wasn't a bad film, it just didn't really capture people's imaginations like a lot of Marvel properties have done. Hot Toys, however, is not going quietly into the night. They are pushing forward with some Eternals figures. Thena, the Angelina Jolie Eternal, is getting her Hot Toys treatment. And I mean, come on, I almost don't know what to say when I cover Hot Toys because it's Hot Toys. You know what you're getting. Incredible sculpture, great work. It's like, she looks amazing. She looks like Angelina Jolie in 1/6 form. And if you want that, if you are an Eternals fan, and there's nothing wrong with being an Eternals fan, it's a good movie. I'm not bashing Eternals. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't thoroughly enjoy it. I enjoyed it. There you go. But still, it's not like the masses are clamoring for Hot Toys Eternals figures, but I'm sure that there is enough of a demand. Hot Toys didn't become a hugely successful company by making things that people didn't want. So clearly there are going to be some folks who are very happy to have Angelina Jolie on their shelves. Let me see some more information for you. So, pre-orders for this figure are live now. She's retailing for about $270, which actually, when you compare that to other Hot Toys, that's kind of, decent. That's fair enough. They're not asking crazy money for her in Hot Toys standards. And she's set to be released around about January to March of 2023. So, start clearing that shelf space now. Going back to McFarlane DC, they have shown an image of the Titan Joker. Oh, mignon. This looks big and cool and awesome and impressive. They paired him up in the picture, throttling Batman in that great grab you by the throat type pose that all villains do. He looks so bonkers. A lot of people, you might not remember this, but back in the day, kids, when Arkham Asylum first came out, people generally did not like the Titan Joker. That got a lot of scorn. People said, oh, the game was fantastic, atmospheric, brilliant, and then they finish it with a stupid boss battle where Joker comes in and turns into a giant monster that you have to punch, and people didn't like that. But at the same time, I thought, no, that's fair enough. Like, what did you want to happen? Did you want to, beat up some random goon and then just walk up to the Joker and pimp slap him? Because that's always a problem for the Joker, is that just as the Joker, he's not a physical threat to Batman. Batman can just mug him, essentially. So you needed something. It's a video game, people. I don't mind having a big, stupid boss fight at the end, because that's half the fun. And Titan Joker was absolutely a big, stupid boss, and I'm here for that. And I love the fact that they're doing a full-on, big, chunky version of this character with the bones sticking out. Look at the picture. Look at all the bones with the crazy mohawk green hair and the massive lanky arms and legs. Super cool. I don't collect DC, but if I did, yeah, I'd be very tempted by this guy. Sticking with DC, Amazing Yamaguchi, that product line manufacturer that I still don't know if I love or hate or just can't wrap my head around. Either way, they're doing a new 52 Superman, and this is something that I think, kind of like the Iron Spider, lends itself to their style, because Superman's costume in the new 52, besides being overly designed, was kind of armory. So that works well with the Yamaguchi style, where it looks less organic and more sort of armor-plated and robotic. That actually suits Superman's costume in that look. Plus, he's got, I think, 5 different heads, so you have so many different display options, the way you can pose him, and Lord knows that's a thing with Yamaguchi. You can certainly pose them in some crazy positions and whatnot. So Superman flying through the air on a flight stand, he's gonna look money. He's gonna look really cool if you like that style. Because you can see from the head sculpts as well, it's a very animated kind of look, but it's fun. I dig it. Again, if I was into DC, that would be very, very tempting to me because I just like how he's gonna look on the shelf. You know he's gonna pop. That was rubbish. I'm not going to try it again. It's actually hurt my cheek there. I'm a danger to myself. But still, Yamaguchi, New 52 Superman, yeah, he looks pretty good. NECA have been showing more images of their animated turtle releases for next year. Mainly, we got pictures of the neutrinos. We had them on the big wall calendar, but now, well, not calendar, check sheet. You know what I'm talking about. The neutrinos look fun. They look exactly like you would expect because they've kind of got their animated style down. Basically, close your eyes, think how they look in the cartoon. Yeah, that's what they're going to look like on the figures. They're really good at making these. I assume they still make them out of the slightly brittle porcelain sort of plastic that it's terrifying to move. It's one of the reasons I sold my animated turtles. I wasn't having fun with them. I was just looking at them going, please don't fall over and break. But still, they look really cool. And they also kind of confirmed, I think, that Usagi Yojimbo, he's going to be a single release, which is kind of cool because I know a lot of people who are really into getting that rabbit, but not anything else. So actually, kudos for making him a single release. I appreciate that personally. Then they said the Turtle Goon and the Rock Trooper are going to be a 2-pack, which kind of makes sense. They're sort of army builder type characters, so I dig that. So on the whole, NECA, they're doing pretty good with their animated turtles. They're kicking this year off in style. And finally, LEGO have shown images of their new Sonic the Hedgehog set, and oh my god, I'm really getting into LEGO now. I've now got the Bugle, got the Home Alone house, and it is, you start to get hooked on it, especially when they tweak at the old nostalgia bone like this. I mean, just look at the set. It's just full on Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, if you will. I mean, granted, most of you guys are over in the States, so Sega Genesis, original 1991 Sonic the Hedgehog. Was it 91 or 1990? I think it was 91. I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog and Decap Attack. Good times. So it just looks perfect. The little Robotnik beetle guy and Sonic himself. I think the Sonic minifigure looks a little bit odd, but I don't like minifigures. They never really look kind of right to my eye, but still, that's fine. I think that's the best they could do in keeping in that style. But Robotnik and the little TVs, just everything. The fact that Sonic is such a beautiful pixel type game, you could just recreate that perfectly with the blocky Lego. They just lend themselves so well, like with Mario as well. My goodness, Lego is the ultimate kind of super crossover multiverse kind of playset, and I love it so much. So yeah, I'm very tempted to pick this up. I'm not sure when it's going to be released. I'm going to have to wait and see for more information to drop, but in the meantime, I'm really excited for this set. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you very much for watching. What do you think of the announcements? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you can join the 6-1 Clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, you can do by going over to patreon.com/displaying model behavior. Just like these saviors of model behavior did. Huge big thanks to all you guys. You can go over there, you can enjoy some of the random videos and all sorts of extra stuff on there. But thank you so much for the support. And finally, if you want to pick up a badass Displaying Model Behavior t-shirt, you can do by going over to teespring.com. The link is right below this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas and New Year's break if you're still on a break, and if you're back at work, then God bless you. We appreciate what you're doing. Folks, until next time, keep displaying model behavior. And folks, that does it for Good News for this day. Well, week. I can't really tell. Maybe I need to do more research, or maybe you should shut up. But still, Frost King looks dang it, I was on a roll. The thing that a lot of people were hoping it would... No. Hi, baby.
Oh, you want to see me?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, I do all the time. I'm just filming something. Could I call you back in like 10 minutes?
I guess. Okay.
All right, baby. I'll speak to you soon. I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cup of coffee. Big time